教えてよ教えてよその仕組みを僕の中に誰かいるの
So hi everyone, it's Dave Ghoul. The Tokyo Ghoul anime has had a lot of highs and lows over the years. I think it's safe to say that it is pretty divisive inside the Tokyo Ghoul community. I for one am a fan for the most part of both the anime adaptation and its source material, Suishida's manga series. But if there is an aspect of the anime series that I believe to be universally praised by both sides of the fandom, is its amazing soundtrack and OSTs. As of today, I'll be starting a series dedicated into analyzing and sharing my thoughts on each lyrical song of the Tokyo Ghoul soundtrack, and those will include the first season, Route A, and Re. So, I hope you enjoy the video and let me know at the end of it what you thought. Let us begin.
教えてよ教えてよその仕組みを僕の中に誰かいるの
So, starting things off, as we'll see in future songs, the lyrics are usually written in the point of view of certain characters of the show and highlight their struggles and arcs in a specific moment in time of the story. In this case, Unravel is meant to highlight Kaneki's thoughts as he descends to a darker reality of the world he once thought he knew. As he, at the beginning of the song, expresses his confusion by asking anyone who can hear him guidance. By the looks of the last line of this section, the third of the intro, that person is the other self that resides within him. Maybe Rize when she appears as Kaneki was being tortured by Jason, or instead the ghoul side of him that has yet to be awakened. Still in the intro, Kaneki continues to say he's broken, a mess, a shadow of himself, surrounded by the darkness that is the world around him, which makes him somewhat angry at the fact that the people around him, most likely the people at Ainteku, try to ease his pain by smiling and bringing back those moments of happiness they once shared, when to him, those are all pointless and meaningless due to them not fully understanding the pain he's in, completely blind to his suffering. Most likely this verse is referred to Toka after the Aogiri assault and Jason torturing him, when she pretends that now that they free them, everything will go back to normal. But Kaneki turns his back, fully changed by his experience. We now enter the first verse. Kaneki's mind and emotions are damaged due to the intense pain. He's trying not to breathe since doing so only brings him more of it due to the very fragile state he's in. As he is thrown into the world of the ghouls due to the procedure on his body early on in the story, in order to understand that new reality of his, including Rize's past, since she was the ghoul who put him in that situation, and also getting involved in Inami and Toka's own personal dire situations, he also suffers due to those decisions, since their worlds and experiences are full of hardships themselves, and that leads to a chilling realization. In order to protect them from this bleak world, he must change his older self completely. Kaneki's personality starts to split. His older self starts to battle with the one who can make him stronger, who can free him from his pain. We now enter the chorus, and it's in this part where Kaneki shuts himself from the world and the people around him. We see just how insignificant and worthless he thinks his existence is. As he throws it away for one more fitting to the bleak world around him, he tells what we can assume is Toka specifically to not go after his older self, to leave him alone for her own good. Don't come, don't bother searching. Someone like me is not worth having you hurt, which highlights the ignorance of his that is still very much there. His words contrast with its thoughts. Someone like him who is worthless to the people he loves can still mean something to them? That's when Kaneki's emotions start to take a hold of him. He starts to contradict himself even more as he no longer wants the self he once was to be forgotten by the people closest to him, which leads him, adding, in what seems him now thinking for himself, remember the self of me that shouldn't have changed. His original me starts to fight back even more, being that lost memory of innocence before his transformation, that pierces into him, breaking him even more, letting the pain hurt once more, which leaves him paralyzed. But he still tries to bury that old memory by stating that he can no longer be that person. Because of the pain, he states that only one of them can survive. And together both cannot coexist with each other. But this time, his current self doesn't dispose that side of him, which illustrates brilliantly Kaneki's arc in the manga and Root, abandoning his more violent urges and starting to slowly show some of his older traits such as his kindness towards others and his vulnerabilities. Unravelling I Won't Infect You, again illustrating white-haired Kaneki reaching back for his humanity, as the original manga and the Root anime start to reach their own conclusions. His inner monologue might be Kaneki and white-haired Kaneki going back and forth with each other, or instead Kaneki begging Toka to not leave him alone, highlighting his existential crisis. We enter the final chorus, but this time it's different. He's still changing inside of himself, but this time the change is permanent. No longer there's a struggle, instead a sad wish wanders in the back of Kaneki's mind. A wish of one day being able to go back to what things once were, even though he now remains corrupted, infected by the world. Unravel encapsulates perfectly the themes in Kaneki's personal arc of Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 and Root into its lyrics. Plus, the way TK sings them, impersonating flawlessly the character's emotions, conflicting thoughts, and constant suffering, accompanied by this chaotic yet melancholic but violent and confused melody, translates so well the story of Tokyo Ghoul, even more so than the anime, I would say. No wonder I love this song so much. In case you were wondering, the lyrics are not a word-by-word translation. They're a mixture of Jonathan Young's and Kiyomi Unravel covers, since there are quite a couple of translations out there, and so I decided to play it safe with these ones, which I think are pretty good on their own and capture the overall themes and story of the song. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and be sure to let me know if you want more. I definitely had a lot of fun doing it. Sayonara.
No sé